Welcome back to another exciting episode of Avian Adventures. This week, we will follow a patient that came through our raptor rescue facility as we answer the frequently asked question, how long does it take a raptor to heal? Depending on the type of injury, a bird can be released within a day, or it can take months for them to heal and get their strength back before getting released back into the wild. Today, we'll show you how we fix a broken leg and what the rehabilitation process looks like before the patient can be released. Meet patient 24133, a barred owl that was hit by a car. Many of our patients were hit by vehicles. In fact, that's the #1 cause of injury for birds admitted to the hospital. All it takes is for humans to stop littering along the side of the road in order to prevent this from happening. Even apple cores or a banana peel can attract a raptor's favorite meal to the dangerous roadside. When patient 24133 was brought in by one of our raptor rescue volunteers, our hospital team got right to work. During the intake exam, we discovered that the owl had a bruised right wing and a broken right tibiotarsus. After completing a full-body assessment, we took x-rays or radiographs to get a better look at the break in the owl's leg. Lucky for this guy, it was a clean break and something we can fix. After we diagnosed what was wrong, the patient was administered fluids, pain meds, and antibiotics. A standard fare for a bird admitted to the hospital with this injury. The owl also had a splint put on its leg until it was time for surgery. The next day, patient 24133 was offered food with pain meds and checked on throughout the day to make sure the splint stayed in place. When the bird's condition stabilized, about 2 days later, it was time for surgery. With a break like this, we use a pin to hold the two parts of the bone together so they fuse back in the correct place. Bird bones are hollow, so the pin is relatively easy to place. External fixators hold the pin in place while the bird is healing. We use this technique with broken wings as well, but thankfully that wasn't needed here since his wing was only bruised. Birds are anesthetized during surgery and closely monitored by our experienced medical team. They keep a close eye on the bird's heartbeat and breathing to make sure nothing goes wrong during surgery. Our experienced veterinarian took only 21 minutes to complete this surgery. Just like with humans, the owl's leg is placed in a boot after surgery. This procedure helps make sure that the leg stays in the correct position as it heals. In the next few days after surgery, the owl is fed mice with pain meds inside and given fluids to help with the healing process. During that time, we take another round of x-rays to make sure the pin remains in place and the healing is progressing properly. Looks good to me. Over the next week or two, patient 24133 is moved to a larger enclosure to encourage it to move and fly. Exercise is good for the owl to build back its strength and flight muscles. It's still able to land on perches using its feet, even with the boot. 3 weeks after the surgery, another x-ray is taken to check in on the progress of the healing bone. All along the way, the owl receives physical therapy under anesthesia to increase flexibility and strength. And after 2 months, it's time to take the pin out. This surgery is actually a lot easier than it sounds. Just watch. It takes another couple of weeks of strength and conditioning before patient 24133 was ready to be released. Staffer Sonny Cooper chose a perfect spot to release this newly rehabilitated barred owl. After spending a total of 78 days with us, this amazing nighttime hunter was successfully released back into the wild. Look at him fly! Our raptor rescue facility sees between 800 and 1,000 patients a year. If you want to help our busy rehab center, you can become a raptor rescuer and help get injured birds from wherever they are all over the region to the Raptor Center where they need to be. And don't forget, don't throw trash on the side of the road. It attracts rodents and looks like a buffet for raptors, one that's bound to have them end up in the hospital. Thank you for tuning in to Avian Adventures. We'll see you next week.